You are probably spending too long writing emails. What if you could write a complete professional email in seconds and just make small edits? Well, let me show you exactly how to do that today with NVDA and AI. Thank you for making it Blind Accessibility Tips. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you like the content, please remember to subscribe and to leave a like on the video so that it can reach other persons who may need the content. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always making it Blind Accessibility Tips. We're happy to always help you learn. Remember, you can always check out our website at blindaccessibilitytips.com. There you can actually go and learn, as visually impaired persons, how to use your computers effectively. And you can actually go to the blindaccessibilitytips.com/downloadables page, where you can go and find some free resources that you can use to help you along this journey of learning how to use your computers, even with vision loss. Now, writing emails can be slow. You have to think of all of what you want to say. You have to type everything out. You have to ensure your spelling and grammar is correct. You have to ensure your tone is correct, all of that. And then you have to go back and fix the errors that you made, right? And then in addition to that, as screen reader users, that can be a little slower than others. But listen, AI tools can cut all of that time in half. We just need to know how to use them. For the purposes of this video, the AI tool of choice is ChatGPT. Yes, there are many other AI tools that exist, and I will create other videos teaching how to use those other forms of artificial intelligence. But for this video, we're using ChatGPT. Also in this video, I am not going to go too far into learning how to navigate the ChatGPT screen, how to access ChatGPT, whether on the internet or to download it to your computer and use it, because I have already created a full ChatGPT series that you can go and check out. I will drop the link to the playlist in the description so you can go through the different videos and learn how to navigate and use ChatGPT in general. Alright, so I am going to access ChatGPT on the web. I am already in my browser, Google Chrome, so I'm going to press Ctrl L.
Home, Blind Accessibility Tips.
To access my address bar, and I'm going to type chatgpt.com.
ChatGPT unselected, P unselected, T.com, M unselected.
And press enter.
ChatGPT document, main landmark, chat with ChatGPT, edit multi-line, ask anything.
And you realize as soon as we hit enter, yes, you are placed on the ChatGPT web interface, and automatically it goes to and activates the edit field where we can actually type our prompt to ChatGPT. And by activate, of course, I mean that our screen reader NVDA goes into focus mode, allowing us to now type our input to the AI chatbot. All right, so here is the crux of the matter. When you're writing your emails and you are requesting help from any AI tool, you need to be as specific as possible. Don't just write me an email. It won't have enough context, and so garbage in, garbage out. You need to give it as much information that is required to give you the output that you want. In the series that I had done on ChatGPT, I had mentioned that it's good to sometimes prompt the AI by telling it to act in a particular role. So for example, like a marketer role or so on, so that the email it writes will mimic that role, right? But for this demonstration, we're just going to keep it simple. But even though we're keeping it simple, you must put the context. So let me give you an example of a prompt you can write.
Write a professional email to my manager explaining that I will be late to work due to a medical appointment. Keep it polite and concise.
So that gives ChatGPT some context. More than just saying write an email, it recognizes that it has to be professional, so it's going to write in a more formal tone. This prompt also says that you're writing it to your boss, and it also explains that you're going to be late because of a medical appointment. So this gives some context. When it comes to you writing your own emails, you need to give as much context that you need. All right, so I've entered my prompt. I'm just going to press enter here to hear what ChatGPT gives me.
Thinking. Response complete.
So one of the new things I realized with ChatGPT now with NVDA, before ChatGPT, as soon as you press enter and it completes its thinking process, it usually just starts reading the information to us as screen reader users. But I realized the newer updates with ChatGPT, that doesn't happen anymore. So we will literally have to come out of focus mode by pressing escape. Heard that sound? We're out of focus mode, and actually navigate to the response to read what is there, because ChatGPT no longer automatically reads out the response for us. That's annoying to me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, the good thing about the ChatGPT interface is that the queries that you make to the AI, as well as the responses it gives, are nicely labeled with headings, so we can always navigate with H, which of course jumps us by heading to heading. So because it's above, I'm going to have to press Shift H to go backwards.
ChatGPT said, heading level 4.
Right, and I heard it say ChatGPT said. Now let me just press my control down arrow for it to read by paragraph.
Here's a draft you can use. Separator. Subject, late arrival due to medical appointment.
All right, so it's giving us the subject there.
Dear manager's name.
Right there, you can input your manager's name.
I hope you're doing well. I wanted to inform you that I have a medical appointment scheduled for this morning, which will cause me to be a little late to work. I expect to be in by time. Thank you for your understanding, and please let me know if you need anything from me in the meantime. Best regards. Your name.
And there you go. ChatGPT wrote your whole email. It gave you the subject line. It gave you the salutation. It gave you the body of the email, as well as the closing to the email. Now, underneath that, it also has...
Separator. Let me know if you need any tweaks.
So it's telling you if you need any tweaks to this email that it has written for you, you can let it know, and it will also do the fixes for you. And yes, you can do exactly that. You can actually go back to the prompt area and tell it what you want fixed with the email. Maybe you want to give it the name to insert there. Maybe you want to tell it to make the email shorter. Maybe you want to give it more context to write more information. Or maybe you want to tell it make the email more formal. You can do any of that by going back to the edit area and typing the adjustment you want made. So let's see. Let me press E. Of course, we know that E jumps us to edit areas. So pressing E here on ChatGPT will take us straight to the edit field where we can type our prompt.
Clickable chat with ChatGPT, edit multi-line, ask anything.
Good. And I'm going to press enter to activate it for NVDA to go into focus mode. All right, so let me see. I'm going to tell it to make the email even more formal.
M-A-K-E, space, make it more formal.
And I'm going to press enter.
Thinking. Response complete.
Response is complete. Let me escape. Press Shift H to get up into the responses.
ChatGPT said, heading level 4.
Then I'm going to read. Let me see what ChatGPT gave us this time. Pressing Control down arrow.
Certainly. Here's a more formal version.
All right.
Separator. Subject, delay in arrival due to medical appointment.
That's the new subject line.
Dear manager's name. I am writing to inform you that, due to a medical appointment, I will be unable to arrive at the office at my usual time this morning. I anticipate being in by time, and I will ensure to catch up on any missed work promptly. Thank you for your understanding. Please let me know if you require any further information. Kind regards. Your name.
Yes, and you can see that ChatGPT did indeed make the email a little bit more formal. And you can do that again if indeed you do need some more fixing to the email. So remember, if you give it enough context or information to write the email, it will give you a fairly good one from the first go at it. And then you can make minor tweaks. And then that's it. Your email is ready. Now, when you are satisfied, you can open up your email and copy and paste the information here into the relevant sections. For example, you would find the subject line. Let me see. Control up arrow.
Your name. Kind regard. Thank you for your I am writing to inform you that, dear manager's name. Subject, delay in arrival due to medical appointment.
Right, this is my subject line. You would go here and copy that section and go and paste it in the subject line for your email. And then, of course, the rest you would paste into the body of the email and hit send. Now, I should also add that at the end of every ChatGPT response that it gives, there's a copy button. Let me just control down arrow to go to the end of the response.
Dear manager's name. I am writing to inform you that, thank you for your understanding. Kind regards. Your name. Separator. This version maintains professionalism while providing the necessary detail. Response actions grouping button, copy response.
And there it is, that button that says copy response. If you enter on this button, the information that ChatGPT just gave you in this response will be copied to your clipboard, and all you would have to do is go and paste it wherever. So if you're going to go and paste it in Gmail or in Outlook or even in a word processor like Microsoft Word, let me try it. Let me go over into Microsoft Word.
Document 1, Word. Document print layout page 1 section 1 blank.
We have a blank document here in Microsoft Word. I'm just going to press Control V, V as in van, for paste.
Paste.
And there it is. The entire response from ChatGPT is pasted. Let's see.
Know if you'd like further adjustments.
Let me go to the top, Control Home.
Certainly. Here's a more formal version.
Right. So all of the response, the comments from ChatGPT, as well as the actual email that it wrote, will be pasted here in Microsoft Word. So you can do that. And of course, you would delete the parts that you don't want and fix the parts that you want. Now, this is a very basic way of using artificial intelligence. If you're not using this yet, you're wasting a lot of time. What used to take 10 to 15 minutes now can take you 1 to 2 minutes. So use the AI to help you, but of course, remember that you must learn how to give it proper context so that you can get good output. Let us talk in the comments. What else are you using artificial intelligence to do? Are you using ChatGPT to help you personally or professionally? Let me know in the comments. We will explore many other ways to use AI in future videos. Thanks for watching. You can also watch the other video coming up on your screen right now.